on Kisses and Hugs Club today for secrets your wife isn't telling you about her. Episode 103 by Pastor Dunamis Okunowo.
Marriage. It's that lifelong commitment full of love, late-night Netflix binges, and confusion? Yep, especially when it comes to understanding your wife's emotional world. Let's face it, sometimes it feels like you're trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. But here's the secret. Cracking the code to her emotions can take your relationship from meh to magic. So, how do you do that? Grab a snack and let's break it down.
Understanding her emotional world, not as complicated as it sounds. Ever wonder why your wife gets quiet after a rough day? Or suddenly has a lot to say when you're exhausted? It's because her emotions are more than reactions. They're her language of love. Women experience affection and intimacy through this complex emotional landscape. And understanding it, that's your golden ticket to a passionate marriage.
Here's the deal. Emotional intelligence, don't worry, this isn't psychology class, is your best friend. It's about tuning into not just what your wife says, but how she feels underneath. Think of it like listening to her favorite playlist. Sometimes it is the melody, emotions, that speaks louder than the lyrics, words. Furthermore, active listening is your superpower here, bro. When she's venting about work or life, don't just nod, really listen. Not to respond, but to understand.
And hey, a little empathy goes a long way. Step into her shoes for a sec. What's stressing her out? What's exciting her? Create a safe space where she feels heard and not judged. Consequently, nothing screams intimacy like making her feel safe and vulnerable.
Communication. It's the unspoken stuff that matters. Let's be real. Most of the time, arguments aren't about the actual words flying around, but the feelings that stay hidden. Moreover, unspoken words are the silent killers of many marriages. But you can change that.
Want to know more secrets? Turn your relationship into a judgment-free zone, kind of like a no-lag gaming server. In addition, encourage your wife to open up without fear of you shutting her down. And when she does talk, put down the phone and actively listen. Bonus points if you make eye contact. It's like the Wi-Fi signal of emotional connection.
Schedule regular check-ins to talk, whether during a chill coffee break or before bed. Making time to communicate keeps the emotional juices flowing. And please, ditch the you never and you always phrases. Stick to I feel or I need, and watch how fast those defensive walls crumble.
Keeping the romance alive. Spoiler alert, it's the little things. Look, we all get busy. Work, life, TikTok binges. There's always something going on. But keeping the romance alive isn't about sweeping her off to Paris every weekend, although, hey, if you can go for it. It's about the little, thoughtful gestures that remind her she's your person.
In addition, leave her a cute sticky note on her bathroom mirror. Plan an unexpected date night, nothing fancy, just a picnic in the park or binge watching your favorite show together. It's those simple, sweet gestures that keep the spark alive. Think of it like adding kindling to the fire. Small but mighty. You could even surprise her with a gift that says, I know you. Whether it's a book by her favorite author or a quirky little trinket that made you think of her, these moments show you're paying attention. And those, my friend, are the secrets that make romance last.
Navigating conflict like a pro. All right, let's talk conflict. Every marriage has its own no you didn't moments. But the key isn't avoiding arguments, it's learning how to argue well. Yep, conflict can bring you closer if you handle it right.
Active listening, again. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Hear her out. Validation is the name of the game. I get why you feel that way. Can do wonders for diffusing tension. And of course, compromise is your bestie in any disagreement. Approach arguments like you're on the same team, not competing to win. Lastly, be mindful of your words and tone. If things get heated, take a breather. It's better to pause and cool off than to say something you can't take back. Remember, every conflict is an opportunity to grow closer, not drift apart.
Your move, hero. In conclusion, building a passionate, lasting marriage isn't rocket science. It's about understanding, communicating, and keeping the romance alive with small secrets and meaningful gestures. So, what's your next move? Finally, ask yourself, what's one thing you can do today to make your wife feel heard, valued, and loved? Let's hear it in the comments. What are your secrets to keeping the passion alive?
Follow for more on YouTube at Pastor Dunamis. Read more on kissesandhugs.org. For counseling and therapy, send a mail to khcpartners@gmail.com.